doing well, thank you. Thanks very much for having me.
So, Chris, looking at these, was the last year of Super Series action before it became a world.
Really nice. Yeah, I think it's not going to be too fast. There is going to be a slight drift just because it's a reasonable size arena.
It's a nice pickup. You know, we've seen it, and I said we'll be watching Michelle Lee and PV Sindhu as well, who are two great examples of how long it takes to come back to any kind of form. Neither of them have yet, but PV Sindhu especially. Well, it took.
You don't get the wins or kind of the match practice, and matches in training are totally different to a tournament.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not even really comparable.
Oh, it's a great little cross from Yamaguchi. Wow. That's the kind of stat that needs to roll off the tongue if you're going to be up there.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing before Yamaguchi got injured, which was just terrible timing. She was so consistent. You know, there was hardly any matches where she underperformed, which was, you know, happens to everyone when you underperform, but...
Well, the women's singles discipline is definitely one of the most competitive of all the five when you look at the players in it. So far, of course, this is date. But the other thing that might differentiate these two players is unforced errors. Now as well. That's another wonderful rally.
Consistency with performances and keep working hard for the next cycle to try and be one of the players in the running, because it's obviously only two realistically are going to qualify and have to both be top 16 in the world, and it's so tough for her. You know, 5 players from China are ranked top 50.
So 9-5 here for Yamaguchi as we approach the first mid-game interval. And so far she's been slowly building on this lead. It was 2 points, now it's 4.
Incredible touch.
That recovery as well. Again, showing off that defense. It's been a good tempo to this match so far. Again, very high.
It's gone there. And it's so hard to win the rally against Yamaguchi.
Yeah, because you're replying all the time.
It's the thing, you have to play a really good shot. And you know, some of the rallies we've seen, Gao's hit the line, or she's hit an incredible shot, or
trying to push Yamaguchi back, but every time. It's safe to say that every player that comes up against the big five, women's singles, are going to want to play their absolute best game.
Incredible accuracy, and this is the big thing with the attack. Yes, you do need power, but the accuracy is the key. I'm more and more confident, and obviously this year she hasn't had the start that you would expect from a player of her level, just because she's been out with injuries, and this is where you get a bit more tense, you get a bit more nervous.
Yeah, you can completely see that kind of rolling off the memories of being on the top step of the podium. Anza Young. The way she conducted herself last year is exactly what you're saying.
And I would say even this year with someone like Anders Andersen, you know, incredible start to the year.
Oh, it's wonderful recovery there from Yamaguchi. She picked that up well. And this is a fiery... Nice touch there by Gao. Nice. Great rally. Just had a double take there, Gao, as to how to play that shot. She's left that pick up. Wonderful backhand work from Gao. Yamaguchi's been almost exclusively playing into the backhand. Straight onto that Gao. That's going to be too... Well, this is as crucial a serve as it gets for Gao. Well, the way Yamaguchi started attacking this point, really, if possible, she's pushed up the tempo. What a great recovery, my God. Great shot by Gao. Steep angle on that. Great shot selection from Gao. That's a wonderful shot.
Fault.
Gao Fengji's face when she altered on that last point. Maybe there is a bit of a battle going on in her head as to how she should best approach the second game, all important second game, of course. She wants her. Start of the match, such a capable player.
Yeah, I mean, some of the performances she's had have been really strong. I think COVID was a difficult time for a player like herself, but now she's kind of rising again. But it is tougher when you're the 6th ranked from your country.
Absolutely. I mean, that time of the
lack of younger players coming through because they couldn't get into the tournaments because obviously they hadn't played them and some of the rankings were frozen. And I think now it's quite tough for a player like that because you've now got a massive challenge to be one of the best in China because 5 in the top 15. I know I've already said it, but it's an insane stat.
It's a stat you could keep saying again and again because it's you know, and it settles at the net, and she's pulled within a point again. And as you can hear the heartbeat of Hawkeye. So ideally for Gao, if she can hold Yamaguchi.
Early, and then the execution was absolutely phenomenal. And I think, you know, she's done so well to pull it back. She had quite a poor start, 5-love down in the second game. And Gao's kind of bleeding point. She's making a few more unforced errors, simpler mistakes. Great shut down than, but it's the first match of a tournament, you know. You're going to get that with anyone, even if, you know, they're flowing, because it takes time to get used to the venue, used to your opponent, all sorts of things, and settle. And, you know, we're talking she's travelled all the way around the world, essentially. You know, it's a long way. And
so 12-18, Gao with the high lift serve. At least means that she's not going to be under any net in the form that she's in. I'm saying she's going to need maximum 2. She doesn't. She needs 1. What a return.
Brilliant shot to finish the match with.
Yeah, that's a statement of intent for sure. So 20.